Hi, guys. Welcome to the podcast. You saw me nodding. I'm looking at this cute little baby. Our podcast man, Paul, has the cutest little kid. He's like, I would say, like, maybe a tiny bit cuter than Cyrus, which is, like, a lot for me to say. He's really freaking cute, okay? This kid's adorable.
He's the complete opposite of Cyrus.
Yeah, no, Cyrus is obviously, like, the cutest thing in my world. But, I mean, if I'm being unbiased, like, Van maybe has one more point over him. It's just the blonde hair, okay? It's the blonde hair. Cyrus needs more blonde.
Yeah.
I sound like Adolf Hitler.
And his person. Jesus Christ. You just made all my brain empty out. What I was going to say is he's just like, he's so cool, calm, and collected.
He is.
This baby.
Yeah.
He just looks at you like,
what's up?
Gives you like a little head nod.
He's like, and Cyrus is like, let me rip your hair out and scratch your eye out.
And scream at you.
Yeah.
Cyrus does not stop talking.
No, he just
never.
Is a chatterbox.
No, like, but I looked it up and apparently that's like
good.
That's really good.
That's good. But you know what? That movie, was it Bird Box?
Yeah.
Black Box?
Oh, y'all would be dead in a second.
I'd be like, Cyrus, he'd be like, cracker. Dog. Dolphin goes, ooh. Will goes, ee.
No, yeah, y'all would.
He'd be like, where'd the fire truck go? Where'd the fire truck go? And then his whole family would be dead.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
For sure. If that movie, I would be so far. I love you, but I would be nowhere
I would think
near
I would just have
house.
to do like a full family suicide at that moment because we just knew that there's no way we'd survive if we had to be silent.
No. But I think Paul would be fine.
Yeah, Paul'd be good. Van would just...
Yeah.
He'd be talking, but not that much.
No.
He's just like, he thinks. He's very like a critical thinker. You can think he has a lot of thoughts going on. And he knows when to not speak. You know? He's just thinking. Anyways, we're talking about what's new in aesthetics today because this industry is popping off, blowing up. Everything's happening. There's new stuff every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the most... we're going to start with the most interesting. Or should we start with my newest thing? Let's go there. So we don't scare people off the bat. It's like you got to like wait, you know?
Yeah.
So there's like
I mean,
foreplay.
we teased it last week, but...
Yeah, we're giving you guys some aesthetic foreplay. So first and foremost, you guys know I got the Glacial. So I'm really loving this. It's a cryomodulation device. So it's lowering the skin's temperature, which is going to help with all skin concerns, whether it's rosacea, acne, melasma, dullness, aging. Everything stems from inflammation, skinflammation at the end of the day. So it always plays a part. And you guys know I've loved the lipid serum for the last 3 years from Epicutis. And I call it literally like lipo? Why was I going to say lipo? That's the body product I love from them is like lipo. I call it like liquid ibuprofen, the serum, because it lowers inflammation in the skin, just like ibuprofen would lower inflammation in the body. So I always say whether it's eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, everything that we deal with, it stems from one thing, and that's inflammation. We live in such an inflammatory environment, whether it's internal or external, and that plays a part in not only our overall health, but also our skin health. So cold plunging is a big thing. A lot of people love it because it helps with circulation. It also helps a ton with inflammation in the body, and it's just so good for your mental health. So this is like a cold plunge for your face. And I've worked with cold freezing devices to help, freeze off age spots, SKs, sebaceous hyperplasia, things like that. But this is just going to reduce the skin's temperature for a prolonged time to help manage inflammation in the skin. So I've been loving it. It's so easy to do. There's like a treatment in itself where you put on like a chemical peel type thing. That's not really a peel. It's like just an advanced exfoliation. So it has a bunch of enzymes in it, pomegranate, etc. And then you do the cold therapy with it. And then the next step is some physical exfoliation, or you can opt out for that and just do more cold therapy. And then you do a face mask, and then that is also with the cold therapy. And then you do moisturizer with cold therapy. So it takes about like 30, 45 minutes to do the service. And it's a standalone thing, so it's by itself. Or you could just add on the cold therapy by itself. So you could do that after Airlaze. You could do it after Fraxel. You could do it after a CO2 laser. You could do it after microneedling. You can do it after a chemical peel. You can do it after a hydrofacial. You can do it after literally any treatment that you're doing. And I probably do more of the Glide, which is the add-on, just 10-minute cold therapy, than I do the gloss, because I do a lot of like invasive procedures, and it's just so easy to add on, and it really does reduce that inflammation. It also helps kind of contour and sculpt the skin. And I was a little nervous if it was going to be uncomfortable, but it's not. It moves around so much that you don't get like a brain freeze. So Yeah, I've been loving it. And for my SDs listening, I do have a discount code with Glacial. So you guys can use the link in my bio to get special pricing.
Yes.
What do you think about the Glacial?
I have only received the Glide.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't had the full shebang yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I very, very much enjoyed receiving the Glacial Glide.
Yeah.
It is the first time in many years where I felt like Savanna was just like caressing my face instead of taking an extraction tool and extracting me or lasering me. And then, I mean, a lot of it's my own doing. I'm like, I don't want face hair anymore. Can you use the Aerolase to get rid of my face hair? And then I'm like screaming in the room because it hurts so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And, or like chemical peels. Like, it was just the first time where it's like, it's a feel good service, but it's also corrective.
Yeah,
and that's
why I love it.
Yeah.
And that's why I got it. I was like, not only does this feel amazing, but it also is doing something.
Yeah, like it's the professional version of Savanna and I taking the Hydrinity biocellulose mask and using the ice globes on our face, but like in clinic.
And colder.
Yeah, and colder.
Yeah.
And there's also, she hasn't mentioned it yet, the freeze.
Yes, we also have the freeze, which I love for age spots. So good for any kind of raised lesions that you want to get off the skin. Oh my God.
Savanna did it to me. She talked about it on the last podcast episode because she noticed. Is it actually better?
So much better.
I haven't looked.
That's such deep dermal pigment. So I'll have to do a couple more sessions, but it does look a lot better.
That's good. She also did it on Lance's mom, and it helped.
Hers looked so good.
Yeah, and then there's another patient who literally insane because we have the Visia, so you can see
deep down
pigment in the skin and the before and afters. That freeze be freezing.
The freeze be freezing.
So
really
there's the RX and then the FX. The FX has the glide and the gloss capabilities. So that one you don't need a medical director for. You can, anyone in the industry, even if you don't have a medical director, can carry it. And then there's the RX, and the only thing, it's the same exact thing as the FX, but you have the freeze component.
Yeah.
And that you do need a medical director. So if you have one, get the RX. If you don't, get the FX.
Yes.
And you will not regret it. I think it's been such an amazing add-on service to have in our clinic, especially when it comes to decreasing downtime, because that's the biggest thing when you run a clinic that does a lot of invasive procedures like chemical peels and microneedling and laser, is that sometimes the clients do not want that downtime. And so I feel like that's something in the past year that we've been able to manage a lot, is bringing on things like the glacial skin or bringing on the CO2 Lift Pro mask, these sort of add-on services that we're able to do to decrease. Are we okay?
I just got the craziest text message I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, and I can see who it's from, and I know it's crazier than I can imagine what it's going to be.
I need
You need a minute?
Holy shit. So this lady predicted Adrielle coming into my life. She predicted Tyler coming into my life. And you guys know I'm logical, but also no, don't get on your phone. No, I need your full attention.
Okay.
I want you to just read it because
Out loud for the class or just in my head?
Yeah, no, out loud because I'm having anxiety.
Hey love, I usually don't do this, but this message was bothering me. I've been having a lot of psychic dreams this week, and last night you popped up. It was a really long dream with a lot of details, but the summary is that there are two people around you that you cannot trust. I don't think it's detrimental, but they are causing some extra anxiety in your energy. Also, an albino lizard popped up as your spirit animal. I think it was urging me to tell you to get a white lizard either at your home or work. It will protect you from the two negative energies. Extra message was that if you get a white lizard, the negative energy will not be able to move in the room with the white lizard. It will make them either A, show their true colors, or B, leave the environment. Either way, I could feel your anxiety and fear in the dream, and it was pulling you down into a negative state. Maybe by communicating what my spirit guides communicated to me can stop it before it gets there. I woke up today and prayed for that negativity to disperse, but all day it's been on my heart still, so I'm being nudged to tell you, as crazy as it makes me sound. Sending you love and a hug.
Who is it? Reveal yourselves. Who is it? Who's new in my life? I'm scared. That is not a sister sly. We need to call her in the car. Can you say, oh my gosh, can I call you in like 10 minutes? We're going to get a lizard, so.
No, we're not. We're going to watch Madagascar.
She said I need an albino lizard to protect me. So, do you want me to be harmed? Okay. Tell her, obviously, I'll pay you for your time. This is so crazy because I've been feeling the same way lately. Anyways, I'm telling you guys, this lady like predicted so many things in my life. It's wild. Like, she literally told me that she pictured an Asian woman helping me with my business. I know I've told this story a million times, but I'm never going to stop telling it. And funny enough, like, Tyler was my client actually at that time. And I was like, I don't know who to hire. I don't know who to find people. Like, it was just so hard, like, especially as a small business, like, who wants to work for like a 21-year-old that knows nothing about anything about starting a business? Like, nobody wanted to work for me. And I didn't trust anyone either. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to ask my favorite clients that are around my age, you know, if they know anyone that needs a job and that they trust. Like, I feel like that's like the best way to go about it. And so I was asking all my like best clients that I trusted, and like, you know, I'm like, if I like them, they must have good people around them. So then I asked Tyler if he knew anyone. He was like, oh my God, actually, like, my friend Adrielle like needs a job. And I like jokingly was like, is she Asian? And he was like, wait, like, that's so strange. Why'd you ask me that? Like, she is. And then she worked for me, and I didn't hire her because of that, but like, it just worked out, and it was just like a weird thing. And then before I ever even met Tyler, this was like a year earlier, before he was ever my client, I went and did the same reading with the same lady. And she's so amazing. And anyways, she told me that there was a man coming into my life, and it was a non-sexual relationship. It wasn't like an intimate relationship, but they were going to put out a bunch of fires in my life and just be like a protector of me and someone that's going to help move the needle in my business and just be like the person that I've always needed in my business and life. And obviously that person is very clearly now Tyler, but I'm scared. Who is it? Who's new in my life?
She didn't say they were new.
Are you one?
Maybe.
Are you a negative energy?
No.
The white lizard is crazy.
An albino lizard. Where are we going to find an albino lizard?
I don't know, but I bet we could just put it inside of... I feel like they could live together in harmony. Yeah.
No, Maria said that they can't.
Well, is Maria a gecko expert?
No, but you told me they're like super territorial.
If it's a male and a male.
Oh, so you want to get a female one?
Yeah. Two females can be together, or a male and a female. I don't know what melanocyte is.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. Oh, but then if it...
That's fine if we just for sure get a female.
Okay.
I'm not weird. I promise you guys. Like, if it was like a random person, I'd probably be like, you're crazy. But I know her, and she is like so divine energy, knows what she's talking about. And speaking of that, I actually was going to talk about this on one of the other podcasts, but I do have a hex on me. That happened in New Orleans when I was 11. So, wait, did I talk about this with the Subaru? I never got into it. Okay, so lately I've been having like really, really, really bad anxiety, like before I get into the car and drive myself. And like I like get nauseous, like I feel sick, like I just feel like something bad's gonna happen to me, and I just feel unsafe driving. And like I've never had this issue with driving before. And it like makes me feel like I'm gonna cry. Like I'd rather just like not go to work and like cancel my entire day if like I don't have someone to take me to work right now, because I just don't feel safe when I get in a car. Like I just have this image of me just dying. And I know that's really intense, but it's true. And I kind of forgot all about this. I'm like, I don't know why I'm having this weird like driving aversion, but like there's just something in my gut that's telling me not to get behind a wheel. Like it's just this inner knowing. Like I just have this feeling that's like, just don't do it. Like it's not going to end up good for you. And so I've been listening to it, and Tyler was getting kind of annoyed with me, but I didn't tell him why. He just thought I was like being lazy and like didn't want to drive myself. And like I was kind of embarrassed to like be like, I'm actually kind of scared to drive myself right now because I just have this like weird feeling. But once I like talked to him about it, he was like really understanding and like really receptive about it. because I know it's like not the most fun thing. Like I hate being like a dead weight or like being an inconvenience to people. Like that's like I like to be very independent and take care of myself. But anyways, the story goes when I was 11, and my mom actually took me to work yesterday because Lance couldn't, Cyrus had swim. I didn't want to bother Tyler. This was before I talked to Tyler about it, and he probably been like, fuck you if I asked him. So my mom took me.
Not true.
Anyway, so my mom took me, and I was telling her, I was like, I don't know what's going on. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, I just have this like intuition that like very strongly that I should not be behind a wheel and that something's really bad's going to happen to me. And she was like, is this about the New Orleans thing? And I'm like, oh my God. And this is something that has come true. So when I was 11 and I was in New Orleans, I begged her, I was like, I want to get my palms read. And she was like, no, like, you shouldn't do it. And I was like, please. And she's like, whatever, fuck, like, go do it. So she came with me. It was just her and I. And this lady tells me that our dog is going to die next month. And our dog, Rudy, at that time was like really young. So it was like kind of strange. And then a month later, he died. And then she also knew that I wasn't close with my dad. And during this time in my life, like my dad was working a lot and I barely ever saw him. Like he was never really around. He was more present in my like early ages of my life and then like later on. But like during this time, like he was just very absent and we just like didn't get along. Like we just like were not chill. So she like knew that me and my dad didn't have a good relationship. And then she told me that I was going to get into 3 really bad car accidents where I should have died, but I won't. But I will total the car each time. And then the 4th accident that I have will kill me. And that's how I'll die. And I've totaled 3 cars.
Been in 3 really bad accidents.
In 3 really bad accidents, all connected. And I haven't had one since. Like the first one, I rear-ended a tow truck and I was knocked out and they actually like called in that I was dead. And then they came to the scene and I was like very much alive. But like they thought no way when they were going to come get me out of the car that I would be alive, just given how bad the car looked from the outside. So I should have died and I didn't. And I literally didn't break anything. And like when the doctors saw pictures of the crash, they're like, how the fuck do you not have anything broken? Like it was honestly crazy. Like, it was crazy. Like, my car looked like, what's that, the xylophone?
Oh.
These?
Accordion.
Like, accordion? Yeah, my car was literally, like, smushed into itself. Like, there's no way I should have survived that.
Where did that happen?
Right in front of Marcus.
Oh.
And it's honestly, like, so embarrassing to say, but I was looking at a girl's outfit in the car next to me, and I ran a light. And the guy, I saw that it was green, and then I saw it slightly change to yellow, but the car in front of me was like kind of halfway going, and then they decided to stop, and so I assumed we were all going through, and they stopped, and I didn't.
I ran into someone doing that once.
Yeah. So that happened, and then the second time, I was coming home, and I actually hit our neighbor's mailbox, and it was really bad. Like, it was like the mailbox. It wasn't one of those little, like, mailboxes. It was like one of those big, brick, thick Texas mailboxes. And I completely took the mailbox out and it went into my driver's seat. Or not driver's, my passenger seat. And that was really bad. And then, yeah, I thought the car was going to light up in flames, but it didn't. And then the third time, this was horrible. I hydroplaned. And you know, like when you're turning to go up a ramp or something? Like that middle part?
Yeah.
I smashed into that. And it was so bad. Like I was so hurt from that. Like I fractured something. I can't remember. I mean, it was just horrible. And then ever since then, I haven't been in an accident. And I just have this feeling that I'm going to die. Like I literally have this feeling that I'm going to die when I'm in a car right now. Like, and I don't want to put that energy out there, but it's just like so scary. And like having that happen and like that lady knew like everything. And then like this lady now texting me this. And like, I believe in God all day, every day, but I do believe in spiritual signs. And I think, honestly, at the end of the day, I think this woman put a fucking hex on me. Not the sweet lady on my phone about the lizard, but the New Orleans lady. Like, I think like if it was either 1, it was true and she was predicting it, or 2, she made these things happen. Or 3, it's just a fucking weird coincidence and that, I don't know. I don't know what to think. But all I know is Savanna won't be driving until she feels comfortable again. So.
Fair enough. I mean, that's pretty fucking rough. That's why I would never, I couldn't even deal with that. That would scare me too much.
Yeah.
kind of like witchcrafty to me.
It is.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But now that you know the info, like, what are you going to do about it, you know?
Yeah.
And she's been so correct about you and Adriel. And, like, everything else. She's been so spot on.
She's usually able to describe them, so I wonder if she had a visual of
Yeah, that's why I want to call her.
what the people look like.
What if she's, like, a skinny white boy with a fuckboy haircut and a sunspot on the side of his nose that's slightly faded? And I'll be like, if it's you, Tyler, are you giving me the evil eye?
The evil eye.
I don't know. I'm scared, guys. That made me really uneasy.
Yeah, it's hard for me because I don't believe in that stuff. But I support you.
I know you do.
So.
Anyways, I mean, if it was like a random person that's never had any basis to their claims and their things that they've said to me, then I'd be like, okay, crazy. But like, she knows. I 1000% trust this girl.
I know you do.
Like, she knows what's up. Like, she is like the divine. She is. She knows what's happening. Okay, anyways, we got off topic, but that's new in the industry is the glacial. I was not expecting to get that text, but anyway. So, sorry, should I get a lizard? Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to. I mean, if she's telling me to get a lizard, I'm going to get a fucking lizard. She said an albino lizard. When I first read it, I thought she was going to tell me there was like an albino person that was going to come scare me. And albino people, I'm sorry if this is mean or scary. They scare me.
Oh.
What? What?
No, what you said.
They do.
That's what I was hoping to.
I'm sorry, but they're terrifying. Albino people scare me, and I'm not afraid to say that. So they are.
Ew. She wants you to get this. Ew.
Okay.
It looks like a half-baked lizard.
Okay. Anyway.
I don't even know where you get one. They do not sell that at PetSmart. I feel like you're gonna have to like order that from like an exotic lizard shop or something.
No, they probably have it. It's okay.
Okay, so anyway.
Tyler's gonna take it to our next point that we recently found out about something in the industry that is not something that I would ever perform because I'm not a nurse injector. But it's really intriguing, and I think it's a really cool way to help.
That's one way to put it.
Help the gays in their sex life. And people that just like anal.
Well, there's more to it than just
So
that
there's
part.
a lot.
So
but you take it away and be PC and be nice.
So
because we're not shaming anyone.
No, absolutely not. We were at a work dinner. Hydrinity came to Dallas. Keith O'Brien, who's the CEO, and some other people from their leadership team had a lot of accounts come to a dinner, and Keith was presenting the entire time about how he formed Hydrinity, how he came up with all the products, just a deep dive into the brand. And so we're sitting at this dinner. It's at a nice restaurant, and Keith is in the middle of his spiel, and Savanna grabs my shoulder and puts her phone in front of my face. And I am looking at a video of
one of my friends in the industry.
Yeah. Laying on a bed, draped. His lower portion of his body is draped. And they're talking about whole talks. And basically what this is, I guess, is it new? Or
I think it's new.
And basically what it is putting Botox in the butthole to facilitate bottoming.
With confidence.
That was their tagline. Bottom with confidence.
I mean,
it's a good tagline. Slay.
Some of us are tight down there.
And so this prompted Savanna and I to go onto this provider's website and check out more information on it. You know, why not?
Yeah,
educate ourselves.
Yeah, I was just like, is this a thing? I've never heard of it. Like at first I kind of thought it was satire because I was like, ain't no way.
No one's putting Botox in their asshole.
Butthole.
Yeah.
But they are.
Oh, they are. And they're doing
more. They're not
more.
just putting it there.
Yeah. And so we click on this website and there's a whole section on their service menu called Sexual Enhancement Services. And in this drop down, there is, let me pull it up. Because they have options for anything you might want as a man. They don't do anything for women.
Filler.
So, yeah.
I think they should do tit filler. I'd put some filler in my tits.
But imagine how many syringes that would be. You might as well just get a job, like a boob job at that point.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Because, like...
I mean, it's not too crazy to think. I mean, people are doing, like, Sculptra in the butt and, like, butt filler and stuff, too. So I feel like, enhancing your sexual parts of your body isn't new. I just never thought we would get to this point of putting it in our genitals, but here we are, and I am here for it, and I love that for them, and slay.
So
honestly.
The first option is hang tox and show tox.
Okay, what is that?
Hang tox is putting Botox into the scrotum to make it hang lower, and this one Savanna had trouble with because she asked why people would want that. Do you want to expand? No? Are you listening?
Yeah, I don't understand. I think the tighter balls look better than the loose balls. So it confuses me actually why you'd want them to hang, because I feel like they look cuter before when they're all like bundled up.
And then they have show tox, which is putting Botox into the penis to make it in its flaccid state.
Bigger.
Hang lower. Not even big. Well, I guess bigger. Yeah.
Longer, bigger, more landscape.
And so that was shocking to me. And also the crazy part to me is like, it takes a lot. Because normal dosing on your face is what, like 60 to 100 units of Botox? And you can do like your forehead,
I
your
never look. I just
feet.
swipe. I never ask.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure it's like between, like baby Botox is like 10 units.
Is
15 units.
I wouldn't know.
And so like 50 to 100 to do like real treatment of Botox. This is 300 units into whatever area you choose. If you do both, it's 600 units of Botox, which sounds like a lot to me. Then they have whole tox. Oh, and also they have before and after pictures of all of these. May I mention that? Because that was the craziest part. Because it works. I'll give it to them. It works. So there's whole tox, and we already explained that one. Then the real kicker for me was the filler portion of this. There is penis filler and scrofill. Penis filler is exactly what it sounds like. It enhances what's down there with some filler. And this one kind of threw me through a loop because that's just, it honestly sounds scary to me. And, you know, from the before and afters, again,
Looks great.
It works. But I just...
Well, we were like, me and Tyler were like, could you feel still? But then I was like, I can feel my lips and I have lip filler.
Yeah, and that's what I asked her. I was like, can you feel your lips? I don't have any filler, so I didn't know. Maybe that's why it scares me more.
But it's expensive. It's like $15,000, right?
Well, it's like, I think like 11,000 or 12,000 because the treatment protocol, it seems like on their website, is 15 syringes.
I mean, yeah.
That's a ton of syringes. Like how many syringes normally go in someone's lips? Like 2?
1 or 2.
15?
Well, it's a penis.
I know, but god damn. And then there's scrofill, which is putting filler in the scrotum. And that one is also crazy to me. I don't know.
I think it's interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. It's just like crazy that we're there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm surprised that someone like actually like was
like the
brave
first person
enough.
to try it. Because like that's your penis.
Yeah.
It's a big selling point. You know?
So we just thought we would share our findings with you guys.
Yeah, the glacial and the scrotox. And the whole tox. I think all of it's very interesting. I am curious though about the whole tox, which I read some comments that said like it doesn't make you like looser to like use the restroom. Like
control your bowels.
Yeah, you should be able to control your bowels. Yeah, I think it's just interesting, and I think that it's a cool new place, and I feel like it's making it more inclusive for people, especially males, whether they're straight or gay, to be more open about cosmetically enhancing what they were born with. And I think, us women have been doing that forever with like breast implants. I mean, I know people do labiaplasties and,
BBL.
BBLs and everything, and kind of men are just like, sucks to suck, what you got is what you got. So I think it's really cool that we are actually able to help empower men, whether, again, if they're gay, straight, or whatever they are, be able to enhance their bodies and not feel shamed by it. So I think it's really cool. Do I think it's safe? I would not know. Would I try it if I had a penis? It depends on the size my penis was. If it was like, damn, that bitch small, like I might as well try it. I mean, like, what's it gonna hurt? But it is really interesting. I think it's really interesting. Oh, she answered me.
Honestly, it seems.
She said, "Of course, gotta go, guys. Gotta go hear about these negative energies." No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, honestly, it seems like a great revenue.
Yeah, I mean,
business-wise,
like, especially like if you're in like the Seattle or New York or LA, like I don't know how well it would do in Dallas, but
probably not. And like, could you imagine like your male clients right now having to do that to them?
I wouldn't perform it.
I know, but if you were a nurse, like, could you?
I think it'd be I think it would. I mean, if it was like, if I was doing it on like gay men that weren't interested in me, I feel like it'd be a lot easier. But if I was doing it on straight men, I think it would make me a little bit uncomfortable. Just like, when I was doing laser hair removal and I had to do like straight men, laser hair removal.
You didn't like that?
No, it made me kind of, because sometimes it depends on the patient, But like if they're not sexually attracted to women, I don't have any problem doing it.
Yeah.
Because then I don't feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Like you don't feel like
crossing a boundary or like a line, or just like that it could be taken
like
the wrong way.
They're going
like,
to go home and think about that.
Or like if one touch, like, might have been like, oh, like she wants me. And it's like, no, bitch, I'm trying to hold your balls still.
Did you have to do that?
Yeah, I did.
Do people do laser hair removal like everywhere down there, and you did it?
Yeah, butthole, balls.
And you did that? Wow. I feel like there are a lot of clinics that don't allow
There are
that.
because they care about their providers, because there's a lot of creepy men. But I think, a male on male is a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want a straight man doing my laser hair removal or waxing my vagina. Like, I'm sorry if that makes me prude.
Do you have a woman OB?
Yeah. I don't know why would it bother me having a male OB? No, because I feel like
because they're a doctor.
They're a doctor and they're held to a higher standard.
Okay.
And that might sound mean or degrading, but they're a fucking doctor. Like, ethically, like, they have to be professional. I feel like when it gets into the beauty industry, like, there is room for
some sketchiness.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, but
I feel that.
Yeah, cold plunges and scrotox is truly what is popping right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else cool. Not really.
I'm sure there is.
We're kind of losers. I usually am up in the up on this, but I've been so busy I haven't been able to read all my little websites that I usually read and articles to hear what's coming. I have heard about salmon sperm on people's face. But no thanks.
No, I'm good.
I'm good with my platelet exosomes.
Yeah.
My platelet-derived human exosomes versus...
We'll do some more research and get back to you guys.
Yeah, we'll do What's New Part 2. But I think that's all we got for today, guys. We love you. Happy Monday. And yeah, you slay. You'll see if I have a lizard or not on Instagram.
Yeah, you will. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.